lot of people have asked for us to give them a walkthrough of the trailer, and so we thought we'd start with the kitchen. This Escapod trailer normally comes with a Yeti cooler. We chose to put in the Ice Co. We make this our drink station, and it's smaller, but it fits our needs perfectly. We decided to customize. Jason built this trash can for us to put in here, and so when we roll it out, we're able to plug in, keep the drinks cool all the time, easy access, and then have our trash available for easy disposal when I'm cooking. And one of the greatest things about our Escapod trailer is the ability to also customize this space for your needs. And so we have each of these baskets are designated for different things. We have Ziplocs. Our pots and pans fit in perfectly. You're able to move these a little bit so our plates can fit in here well. This is where my little teapot / coffee maker can be pulled apart and be stored. We keep our coffee cups. This is my coffee station with the coffee and my French press. And so everything's organized, everything has its place. We have our coffee cups in here and just different kitchen utensils in this area. This spot over here is perfect. This is normally where I'll keep the dish soap, oils, things like that, so that when traveling, when we put the side table, which I'll show you in a minute up here, it will just hold everything perfectly in its space. Over here behind this we have our knife set, so we can pull that out, have easy access to it. We have filled our spices. This was an amazing feature that Escapod offered, and labeled them. And then of course,
let me see this labels real quick.
Okay. And then of course we have our utensils set up right underneath where our burner comes out. Perfectly designed for the kitchen area. Some other comfort features that come with this Escapod trailer that we love is that we have a Truma combi heater, and it heats, of course, the inside of the cabin. Our water, it's our water heater, and it is all stored behind here. Then we've also found that Jason found these amazing magnets, super powerful, and so we can attach them, move them around to dry the towels right here on the cooler, or not cooler, fridge. And so it's just those kinds of things that you can personalize with this trailer as you use it. We thought long and hard about the type of shower tent attachment we wanted to use, since the Escapod trailer comes with the shower that magnets to the side of the trailer, but to add privacy. So we finally decided on the Julco. It is it's a double tent, and so you can open it from either corner or in the center. It also has little roof flaps that will roll down, and they Velcro so that they'll stay in place. It kind of holds the heat in. And so when I go in from this side, you can see the different features. We have the potty side, and then on this side we found this teak wood floor on Amazon, which is perfect. It's raised just a bit so that when we put the shower attachment on this side, which you would just zip this down, and this side, and it magnets to the side of the trailer, and then the shower head comes over and it's able to hold in the heat, and then you don't have to stand on the leaves or the dirt because of the teak. This just slides back into its carrier, and just put it in the back of the Jeep. Very easy to use. It's chilly this weekend, so we just decided to put the buddy heater on this side. We may or may not use that shower, and then it keeps you nice and toasty. one of the selling features for us on this trailer was the stargazer window. That will show you a better shot from the inside, but this really opens up the space. It makes it feel much roomier, and this will pop up a little bit. It allows airflow. It has screens that are optional that you can get from Escapod, but the light and everything you can see at night is amazing. This is Jason's little garage area. This is where we typically store all of the things that we need. It's typically not this disorganized, but we've pulled everything out. And so this is where we keep the propane, all the tools that we might need, cords, wires.
The light. It's got a little light for at night in the center.
A little light. Hard to see now, but yes, at night, so you can easily access your things. The other thing that we really enjoy in Florida is AC. To be able to camp year round, we opted to have the Dometic AC that is 12 volt. It does not need an inverter to run. It runs straight off of battery power, and keeps us very comfortable. We've used it a lot already in the amount of time we've had our Escapod.
One of the other options that we decided to go with for this trailer was the full articulating hitch. It really helps with off one way where the trailer is off camber the other way, and there's no binding on the ball. It will pivot 360 degrees any which way.
Welcome to our home away from home. When Jason and I were deciding on a trailer, there were so many things about the Escapod trailer that just was it was a sell for me right off the bat. The inside of the trailer, the stargazer window that I showed you from the outside, you can see how much light it lets in, and it just makes you feel like you're not closed up. It really opens up the space. Behind this, Escapod has utilized all the space that they can, and this is where we store in travel our chairs, our table, our lights. We can put our dirty clothes in here, extra paper goods. It's very deep. It goes beyond from here all the way down. And then, of course, it just shuts up. They've used really nice finishes that make it feel like it is homey. It doesn't feel utilitarian at all, which just make the whole experience for me. Along with just the fabric ceiling, all the different touches here, bringing in, incorporating all the wood. On the sides here, we have the charging stations for your phones, and there are little alcoves where you can put books, your iPad, and each side has their own, and a little cup station. If you come to this side, these are all of the cabinets. So in the center, we typically put our cosmetics, our little fan, any overflow, and then Jason has his side. It holds a lot of space. The depth is very deep, so very easy for winter clothing. This is what they call the mud room. And so it has hooks where we can hang our coats when we come in, or our towels. The heat from the Truma Combi comes out here, and I'll show you how that turns on in a moment. And then you can put your shoes right in here to keep from bringing dirt inside the cabin. Just some more closet space. Then this is the Cymarine unit. This is what helps us to keep track of how much battery power we have, how it's being taken in. This is our interior lights, which, as you can see, just really light up a lot. And then you have your inverter. These are your exterior lights and your rock rail lights from outside. So if you pop out in the middle of the night, you can turn those on. On this side, this is where we have control over the hot water, the Truma Combi unit, the fan. You can toggle through each of those things. Right now we have the heat off, but this allows you to set the heat. Last night it was chilly. We popped the heat on just for a minute to warm up the cabin, and then we set it to come on if it got colder than 50 degrees. This morning we heard it turn on. It heated up for just a little bit. It was perfect, just like as if you were at home. And then again on this side we have added a mirror here. The space is perfect and for getting ready in the morning. And then this is my side with my clothing. The other nice feature about this cabin is that you each have your own door so that you can pop out. You don't have to, climb over the other person to get out. And so that is another nice thing to have. These screens are optional. They're great if you live in Florida to keep out the bugs. They are all magnet, and so they just easily flop down. You can leave your doors open. When we were in Utah, we left the doors open at night for ventilation, and we just kept our screens up, and so they hold themselves up. You can get in very easy and out. And then we also have these blackout pads that are magnetized to the door. Also helps to keep the moisture out of the cabin. So this is our living space outside. One of the things that was important to both Jason and I is to make our camping space very aesthetically pleasing. We wanted to bring some of our home to our camp life. So one of the options that we chose to do is to have this has a room that attaches to our canopy here, and it has sides. We've used it once, and when we were camping and a storm came up, it was super cozy. The walls go straight up so that you can still access your trailer very easily, but obviously in a setting like this, we just want to be able to experience nature for what it is. So we don't have it up this trip. We have also these Claymore lights, which have different levels of lighting, really nice at night. Our Chama chairs and table, the wood grain is very similar to the wood grain of the boxes that Jason built that go in our kitchen. And as I said, we just like bringing all of those colors and pieces together, makes it feel like home. This is the table that I was speaking about earlier that actually covers and holds in all of the boxes and the storage of the kitchen. And Escapod has done an amazing job. Every single piece of this trailer has a function and a purpose. So we take it off, we put it on the side, and it holds our dry goods. We found these step 22 boxes. And so we just easily move all of these things to this side, and it's easy for me to access while I am preparing a meal. We don't have to go back and forth to the Jeep to be able to get those things. As you can tell, just one more feature is our rug that brings in all of the colors of the trailer and really just outdoors as well. We found this lava box, I believe at one of the shows that we went to. We love having a propane option, because then you can climb into your trailer at night and you don't have to feel like you smell like smoke, and it's a clean and quick take apart process as well. We still opt for a traditional fire in the woods, but if that is not available due to the weather, drought, different kinds of circumstances, you can still enjoy a fire through propane. So something else that I wanted to mention, I forgot to bring up about the Iceco fridge. The reason we opted for this instead of the ARB fridge that Escapod offers if you don't go with the Yeti is because we already have a fridge, a Dometic fridge in the Jeep when we first started our overlanding adventures. And so the fridge in the Jeep is where I keep the meats and all of my produce. And as I said earlier, this is just a really great option, being a little bit smaller, to be able to hold our drinks in for quick, easy access so that we don't have to keep going back and forth to the Jeep. when it's time for me to cook, I'll just pull out what I need and bring it back here. But we are more often than not using this fridge instead.
One of the things that I really liked about the Escapod trailer was the independent suspension. Each wheel is independent from each other. Got a shock and coil spring suspension, proprietary, designed by Escapod themselves, that matches the weight of the trailer. So when off trail, the ride of the trailer is very, very smooth. There's no real rocking back and forth, and it gives you some more ground clearance as a traditional torsion bar axle going all the way across. We have the spare tire underneath right now, but eventually I want to get that from underneath the Jeep trailer and on the back of the Jeep. It's just a matter of matching up the bolt patterns. So we can either use a spare for either the Jeep or the trailer is where I want to eventually get to. And that will also free up quite a bit of ground clearance underneath the trailer. And lastly, probably the biggest selling point for us was the one-piece composite fiberglass body shell. There are no seams, it's one piece. One of the things I worried about looking at a lot of other off-road trailers and overland trailers was seams, whether it be aluminum sealed with some type of channel or a wood body with seams. This being one piece, you don't have to worry about anything rattling or coming apart or the seal breaking to where you would get eventually water intrusion and leaks. So on this, you can see there's the body, there is no seams, one piece. Basically, I describe it as a boat turned upside down, except for the AC hole. So yeah, we didn't want water intrusion into the trailer with all the beating that it's going to take off-road. And let's not forget about the solar panel. This is 140 watts of solar. It's a nice carbon fiber backed panel that can easily be taken off and moved. There is an extension cord that plugs right into the trailer. It's like a 20-foot cord, so you can take this off as easy as that. Weighs something like 5 pounds, carbon fiber backed. You got little kickstands on each side to set your solar up out in the sun. We hope you enjoyed this walk around of our Escapod Topo2 setup. As you can see, it has allowed us to experience places we have always dreamed about in comfort and capability. If you have further questions or interest, leave it in the comments below or check out Escapod's YouTube channel as well. But until next time, get out and get over it.